Hi guys! Hi, hello. My name is Oreoluwa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to have you here. I don't know how you got here, but I love it for you. I love it for me and I love it for us. I'm so glad to have you on today's video. Comment down below where you're watching from. I assume a lot of my subscribers are from Nigeria, but are you in Lagos? Are you in Abuja, Ibadan, Ogun State, Enugu? Comment down below where you're watching from because I am so glad to have everyone here. Today we're having a sit down, as you can tell already. I am telling a story. It is a story time. It is a life update because I feel like a lot has happened over the past 3 4 weeks that I need to give you guys gist on, right? Apart from NYSC, which we will be talking about, but like just other life stuff that as much as I can share, I want to let you guys know. Before we get started, are you subscribed? If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click the subscription button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when I post, which is once a week on Sundays or Saturdays, as the network allows. Because I'm sure you guys know what has been going on with the network, which has been affecting me so much because I work remotely and I've not had good network to be able to communicate with my colleagues, be able to get my job done. It's been very, very frustrating. MTN fix up. I know they said the cable underwater had issues, but your enemies are prospering. You need to go on the mountain. Today's topic is story time, like I've said, and I want to talk about the three main reasons that I opened this channel, and that is kind of like what's on my bio. I don't know if you guys ever go to the view your channel tab and you've seen my bio. It says lifestyle faith community. Those are the three strong things I want to pass across from my channel. I want it to be a community, which I'm working on actually creating a vibrant and engaging community apart from the one we have on YouTube. More on that later. Also, my faith, which is very important to me. I feel like it's one of the biggest pillars of who I am, what makes me me. And of course, lifestyle, because we are all living or surviving, whichever one you want to call it. And, it differs for different people, but it's also very similar and relatable. Those are the three cornerstones of this channel. And today, I'm going to just go over a little bit of each of them. Lifestyle. What is the update in my life right now? Back from NYSC, back to working remotely and going for CDS and all of that, which has been so. I feel like we entering the community, re entering the normal society has been a little bit off because from waking up 4:30 to now like my usual 6 or 8, it's been a little bit crazy. It was crazy adjusting to that, and now trying to adjust back to normal society too has been a little bit, too much. But that's what we do. That's what the body does. That's one. Then, like I said, working remotely, meeting my coworkers, trying to get like everything done because my career is like such an important part of who I am as well. I know I've not really said much about what I do, and you even met my coworkers, but you didn't really get like any insight because it was more of just us going out and chatting. I work in project solution delivery, and that basically means a PM of sorts, or I'm training to be a PM because previously to that, I worked in communications and media, which is social media, and writing, copywriting, and that is definitely still a huge part of who I am, as you would come to know later towards the end of this video. Make sure you stay on. But also, content is just everywhere, and even me doing this YouTube is content. I don't think I could ever really remove that from me or remove myself from that. But I am somebody who loves to try my hands and definitely find what sticks and what gives me joy. I feel like that's what your 20s are for. I would never get stuck in a rut or stuck in somewhere where I'm unhappy, where I'm unfulfilled, and where I'm basically just working for pay. I'm too young to just be working for money, if that makes sense. This is the time to really, really figure out myself, what clicks, what brings me joy, fulfillment, and obviously what pays well, right? Because that's important. That's the little I can say about my career or my job at the moment. And let's skip over to my NYSC experience. You guys, so I remember I went to NYSC the day after Valentine's Day, which was so annoying because I didn't have a Valentine's. But it was everywhere on the TL, like the timeline, social media was so full of love, and the couples were coupling, and the pressure was pressuring. And I just loved seeing all of that, to be honest. So it was just such a jarring experience to go from that to entering camp and the stress and the like paramilitary setting of camp. That's what they always told us, that this is a paramilitary setting. This is a regimented area. Like, you do what we ask you to do, no questions. You move when we say move, you jump when we say jump. And it really was like that. I was in Ede, Ocean State, the permanent, what they call that, orientation camp. Yeah. The soldiers were, I have never lived with soldiers, so that was like such a different experience. Waking up early, first of all, living with like that huge amount of people. My friends will laugh at me, or they've already laughed at me, but I remember telling them that, oh, I don't think camp will be that crazy. And I'm just looking forward to it to be a fun experience. I feel like slapping that person that was saying that before. Past me, she needs a knock. Because it was, I was going off of base my secondary school experience, because I went to a boarding school. I live with a, you know, relatively big number of people in a room. We were about 20 in my room in secondary school. So I felt like, oh, I've had such an experience. What could be so different? First of all, that experience was like some 7, 8 years ago. I am clearly not the same person I was back then. So I did not take that into account. And also, FA was still very much, chill. It was still very much, it wasn't as crazy, it wasn't as stressful. Like, we were 20, we were not 36 or 30. Wait, I think we are 39 in my room in camp. So we were 20, we were not 39. We were still like young, small girls. And we were all coming to just start forming our personalities. You're living with 39 women, girls, I don't know, whatever now you want to put on them, that they've already grown into their own person. So they have their own opinions, they have their own way of doing things, they are loud, they are just everywhere, they're in your face. And I realized that, oh, I'm not as bubbly as I thought, I'm not as social as I thought. I actually do not thrive in these kinds of situations. I am a keep to myself kind of person. That's what I realized, because my first week there, I really had only one friend. And she was somebody from my university that we just happened to meet, and we're in the same room. And I was like, okay, I'm sticking with you. I'm sticking with what I know, rather than, venturing out and meeting new people. So I think that was like the first realization for me, that, oh, or you're not as social as you assumed. I mean, I've kind of always known, but I thought I had become more social and more open. Or I guess not. I guess there's still more work to be done on that regard. So that first part was very, what it was. I could not accustom myself to like the people. I found it difficult to actually make friends. Like everybody was saying, make friend. Another thing they were saying, love. I mean, they did not say go and find love, but they were saying, oh, if a boy wants to take it to mommy, let him take it. I don't know if I have resting bee face, so, or if I have like an uppity look or uppity personality, or if there were just so many people there that, people could not single anybody out. But that did not happen for me either. I probably only spoke to like a handful of boys, and it was nothing like as if we're in talking stage or getting to know each other. Nothing in that regard. It was very much just, oh, we're in the same place at this moment. What are we doing here? Let's talk about that. And afterwards, we've dispersed. So no, I did not find love. I did not find any semblance of love or situationship or talking stage. I took myself to mommy, and that was also something. The money, bro, I was spending so much, like, because I was buying food like majority of the time, and it was the prices were ridiculous. I mean, everything in Nigeria at this point, price wise, is ridiculous. But that was definitely an experience because I was not making money at that moment. At that moment, I was in camp, so I was just spending, 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 spending. It was a bit annoying, actually. So, what else? That's really the main points I have. Like, my experience was so so. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. Maybe because I didn't go to the Lagos camp like I thought I would. The social nights were just there. I was tired. I was tired most of the time. Like, it was late and we had done so much the whole day, whether I was sitting inside lectures or being on the parade ground, marching, doing whatever drills. So, like, every time we had like any social gathering in the night, I was tired. I was not like really gingered to watch or to participate because I was already very tired by that time. And also, again, that's not really my setting. I'm not the type that would be like, oh, okay, let's go and dance. Like, no. So that was my camp experience, Sha. But we finished and we thank God that is done. Now onto the 1 year, and I can collect my certificate, and you know, that will be that. So not much of a story time, but what can I say? My faith experience now, or my faith, the faith aspect of my channel and my own faith journey, is something so precious to me. I feel like I definitely have had phases of it because I feel like this is going to need its own video if I really want to go in depth. But I would just say that it has definitely had its own phases. I obviously grew up in a Christian home. I attend Living Faith Church from home. I went to Faith Academy, which is a Christian, secondary school. So I've had these strong influences growing up of Christianity, and I've definitely known of God and Jesus and the Bible. I was very much aware, and I was doing as one would at that age, but I don't think I was doing it for me, or I was like really understanding what it meant to be a Christian, or what the faith walk is, what the faith journey is, what it's like. I kind of just did what was expected of me. But obviously, growing up, university, you grow into your own person. You start to discover things for yourself. You go through some patches where you're like, maybe this is not really for me. And then eventually, or hopefully, you find your way back to God, and then you have this renewed experience, this renewed faith, this renewed fire. You actually draw close and want a personal relationship where you feel that connection with God. That is where I'm at. And I'm loving it. I mean, even as I've gotten to this stage, there have been patches of like when you feel when you get lukewarm, as my pastor would say it, my pastor, because I attend celebration church now. And yeah, there have been moments when you will get like lukewarm and you're like, oh, I don't feel God, I'm far from him, or he's far from me. So I have had those experiences as well, and it's definitely an everyday thing. It's a belief. It's not just a belief. It has to be a lifestyle. It has to be like a mindset that you consciously always align yourself with, and you consciously like I watched. I joined a program by Fin Olubi. It's supposed to be I don't know what term I would use, but it's like a course, right? She called it, what's the name? I've forgotten now. It's a course, it's a Christian course basically to help you grow stronger, to help you like have a more fervent devotion and all of that. So the first one was mechanics of hunger. And she said that you have to wake up every day and be like, I turn my my sight. I consciously position myself to hunger. I consciously position myself to search for God, to know more of him, to read my Bible, to realize that there is so much more, to not feel comfortable or to take his grace for granted, or to be like, oh, I've figured him out, because we can actually never figure him out. So you know to continue in that walk, it has to be something that when you wake up, you're like, oh, okay, I choose this. I'm choosing this. I feel like that is so beautiful, though, that it's a choice. Although sometimes, some days, you be like you forget, or the worries of life, like the the parable of the seed. Oh my god. Why do I feel like I'm about to start preaching? But that's okay. That's actually okay. I need to keep reminding myself that it's okay. But like the parable of the seeds, when they were all thrown on different lands, and the one that was that grew with amongst weeds, and it was unable to now sprout any fruit. PL explained it, and it has always stuck with me that it was choked by the worries of life, and by like just everyday life and the commitments we have and the different things that are pulling our attention. And that's kind of why on some days you wake up and maybe your boss has already messaged you with a million things you have to do. Or maybe you wake up and your mom is calling you to come and feed the dogs. That's me. Or to come and like do something, and you are you don't you know you're not able to have that first moment of consciously positioning yourself, and then that day you feel like, oh, you didn't do enough. That's the worries of life every day, trying to like choke up your seed. So it will happen, but over time you have to like consciously choose. I like the idea of it being a choice. I like that it's a choice. All things in life are a subconscious choice. Even love, you choose to keep loving somebody. That's why you don't leave when things get difficult or when bad things happen, because you are choosing it. Oh my god. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. So I will be doing more of this on this channel. So, I hope it resonates with you, and I hope it can help somebody, because that's what I want to do in my community. And the last section of my channel, or the last pillar, is community, because no man is an island. What is the point of social media? What is the point of this amazing technology we have if it's not to be able to connect? I have offline friends. Like, I have people that I've never met before, but I genuinely feel like they are my friends, or at least let me not say people, because I'm not the type. I have one person, and I genuinely feel like she's my friend. We have so much in common. We've shared Jesus, we've shared ideas, we've shared values. Like, we talk a lot, we laugh, we send tweets and memes and all of that. But I have never met this person before. Same thing with my work colleagues that I just met them recently. So that is what I feel like that is the best part of social media. It has its downsides, a lot of them, but connecting with people that you may never see, and it's just, but you can still relate because you have these shared experiences, even though you may live miles apart. I think that is the beauty of social media. That is the beauty of what we do, and that is why I'm here, because I don't want anyone to feel alone. Like, feeling alone is the worst thing. You may be alone, but do not be lonely. So do not feel lonely, actually. And that is my idea behind this community that I want us to have. So therefore, I have, or rather, I have a newsletter. I'm going to drop my first letter today, and I would like you to be a part of my newsletter community, to be a part of my, it's all connected. YouTube, this coming newsletter, my TikTok, it's all connected. So I will be dropping the link for you to subscribe to my mailing list. It's going to be in the description box. If YouTube allows me to attach external stuff, if they don't, I will pop it on the screen, and just it's going to be a very easy link. Hopefully, I'm going to use Bitly and shorten it, make it beautiful and easy for you. And I would so much love you to type it in your browser, in your web browser, and input your name and your email and be a part of my mailing list. I have stories to tell. I am just 23, but I feel like I still have something to give. And it's not even to advise you or to teach you or whatever, because what do I know? But it's just a shared experience that I have had, and I'm like, and somebody else has had this before, and you probably have, and that is the idea. And you can also, and I would also love you to like write back to me, because this is a little bit one way, and I don't. That's not what I believe a community should be. So I want you to be able to talk back to me and to write back to me, and via my mailing list, via this newsletter, you would be able to do that. So please, I hope I'm not asking for too much. I know I'm asking you to subscribe, I'm asking you to drop your emails. It feels like people are always asking all these creators, but now the work. And I genuinely just want to feel connected with you guys. It's not really about numbers or sales or whatever for me. As you would come to see with time, right? You may not drop it today, or maybe you drop it next week. Maybe we'll drop it during the week. Either way, I will be waiting till you finally feel convinced to join my mailing community and to read my newsletter, to read the stories of Ore, the chronicles of Ore, and to also, and very importantly, hear back from you. Answer questions, you know, just share whatever you feel so you don't feel share whatever story you have so you don't feel lonely or so you feel less lonely. And you can make it anonymous, you can make yourself known. All and one is welcome on this channel. But yeah, so that is the last part of the community I was teasing earlier on in the video. I am building my mailing list because I have a newsletter that is coming out. I'm very excited. I'm stretching myself, but I am enabled. I have backing. I am enabled. Like I have an enabler. So I am not worried. I'm going to find the right frequency for the letters that won't feel like you're getting too much from me or like I'm just, clogging your inbox or your timeline or whatever. So I'm excited for this and I'm excited for you to come along with me. So before we go, what are the two questions for today? I know we didn't do in the last video. Whenever we do vlogs, I don't do that because obviously I'm moving around and I forget. But this is a sit down. In our sit down videos, I will always answer two questions from our card deck. Won't you be my neighbor? So I'm just picking at random as always. Let's see. Okay, I have two here. Oh, this is exploring the present. It says I'm most competitive when it comes to. I'm actually quite competitive on like different fronts, several things. But I would say I'm most competitive when it comes to maybe like my career, stuff that can build myself up, taking new courses, taking mock exams, mock tests, writing competitions, all those kinds of things. I'm very competitive. And there was a point in my life when I took rejections on those fronts. I took it very deeply. Like even job applications, if I got rejected for a job application, I took it deeply. It really hurts me. But I've outgrown that. Like I've gotten a lot of rejections that now I don't grow thick skin. But that definitely brings out my competitive side. Oh, imagine the future. This one says if I wrote a book, its title would be. Oh my god, this one is such a struggle of mine because I am writing a book. I mean, I will definitely write a book. My newsletter is like my preliminary book, if that makes sense. And I still don't know what to title it. So this question is like so hard for me to answer. I don't know. I mess around with like different name options, Chronicles of Ore. I don't know. That's where I'm stuck at right now. But we'll see in the future. We'll see what that book will be titled, right? I will have editors and publishing houses and people to brainstorm with. So we'll figure it out. But for now, Chronicles of Ur, I don't know. I'm stuck on that still. So yeah, that is the life update slash story time that I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I have not, you know, scared anybody away. I hope I have actually, drawn you in and spoken some so that you're not alone in whatever struggles of your faith you may be going through. I don't have all the answers, but who has all the answers? Jesus does. Read your Bible today, is all I'm going to say. Even for myself, or read your Bible today. If you watch this video back, this is a reminder for myself as well, as much as it is for you. And you can ask me as well. I'm not Jesus and I don't really know a lot, but at least I can be like, I'm curious about that too. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful if you stay to the end of this video. Please sign up to be part of my mailing list. I will drop the link again on the screen, hopefully in the subscription box. And if you get a BC from me to watch this YouTube, I would also drop the link in that BC. Subscribe, expect some crazy, hilarious, and true stories from me. True stories, you know. It's going to be a fun experience. Thank you for watching. Of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Go to the community tab on YouTube and engage with the posts I be sharing on there. I drop pictures, I drop updates, I drop love notes to you guys. And like, comment, share, of course. Reach, send this video to somebody and let it reach more communities, more people. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for 77 subscribers. Looking to get to 100, and I know we definitely can do it. All right, till next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.